There are over 750,000 migrant workers in Taiwan, and over 5,000 of them work in Hualien, which is the epicenter of that earthquake. So, how has that earthquake affected migrant workers?
Right now, the number is up to 15 Filipinos were injured, some working in domestic work. And as we know, some structures in Hualien, um, a lot of structures in Hualien actually were destroyed by the earthquake. And a lot of these caretakers, where their workplaces are the homes, they were affected along with it. And then in factories as well, one Filipino was, as she was evacuating, debris fell on her head, and she had to be hospitalized. And so a lot of these Filipino workers are suffering both physical and also psychological injuries.
Migrant workers in Taiwan mostly work in manufacturing industries or caregiving. So, how has the earthquake impacted their jobs? Have some people even lost their jobs?
I think what this earthquake has revealed is the way their jobs are very precarious. For example, for caretakers, during the earthquake, their first priority is to evacuate or to protect their patients that they're taking care of, even to almost to a point where they will have to sacrifice themselves. For example, they use their own bodies to cover their patients. They have to put the life of the patient before theirs. The conditions of the factory workers inside the factory, it has always been also precarious. We're not very sure of the safety standards. And so this earthquake has revealed the precarity of what their working conditions are.
Are migrant workers eligible for any assistance from the Taiwanese government, their own home countries, or even the brokers themselves? And how can they get help after this earthquake?
Because specifically migrant caretakers, they have already been excluded from the Labor Standards Act. And so during um, emergencies like this, and even before the earthquake, when they have to be taken to the hospital, or when they are sick themselves, one is they don't have set days off where they will be free to go out. And what that translates to is sometimes they will be, if they choose to take a day off, it will be deducted from their salary. If they ask assistance from their broker or to be taken to the hospital, then they will also be made to pay extra fees instead of these fees being covered by their employers themselves.